All right, so No Man's Sky. I feel like I need a freaking drop. I don't have anything for this.
You don't have a drop.
I mean,
sorry.
we'll do the typical thing we always do.
No
Man's Sky. Man.
Go ahead, Eric. Tell them your experience.
You haven't played it?
No, I don't have any
probably
clue.
played about 10, 12 hours.
12 hours already?
Yeah, I played it like all day
Holy
yesterday.
shit.
It's interesting. Let me move the camera down so they can see me.
Sorry.
There we go. I can't really rank what I think about it, but if I played about 10, 12 hours, like almost consecutively.
Yeah, in 2 days.
Yeah, then more than likely that means that it's at least holding my interest. Which
Right.
Nowadays, a lot of games really don't do that.
Same.
To be honest, there's like so many games I've played and I can't make it past a tutorial or anything like that. And I can't really recall a tutorial on No Man's Sky, even though there kind of is.
The only one, if I could just jump in, the only one is building the hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Is considered a tutorial, but it just says what to do. It doesn't tell you where to go or how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So continue.
Yeah, if I could compare it, I'd say it's like Ark. That
like that
game.
Yeah.
With Ark, and I would say maybe a little bit of Minecraft and a little bit of what's that game? I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I had it last night with like space exploration.
Oh, yeah. There's another one like that. I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kerbal Space Program?
No, there was
no.
something. There was something else out there that I was
FTL?
like, it's a combination of you took Ark and something else and you put them together and they had like a baby. I would say Ark and Minecraft in my opinion, but it's
The infinite possibilities.
there is tons of possibilities on it. And when people are like, well, what exactly do? You just go around.
This is a Let's Play nightmare because you'll never finish. It'll go
you
on
won't.
forever and ever and
There's
ever.
going to be people playing this for years, like Minecraft.
Years, right.
And
And
all
you'll
those other
never
ones.
scratch the surface.
Yeah.
They said if you can spend 1 second on each planet, it would take you 500 years.
No, like 5 billion years
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
It's
and-
ridiculous.
You know,
Shit.
like
It's ridiculous.
I still don't understand how that's physically possible.
I know, like, how do you do that?
I still have my doubts as to how huge the game is and how many things. Because there's been already a few times where I go to a planet and it seems a lot like one that I've already been on.
Right.
Agreed.
Given the colors are different, and that's about it. Like I've already run into some planets where I'm seeing the same trees, and it says already discovered. So maybe if you're in a system,
you found an already discovered planet?
no.
Oh.
Stuff that I saw on one planet that I analyzed.
Oh,
It says
sure.
you found this tree on this planet as
Oh.
well. So I'm already running into trees that are the same.
Really
So
interesting.
Maybe in the whatever solar system I'm in, maybe those planets have similar like animals and stuff and plants and stuff like that. But
Is there any hostiles?
there is animals that will attack you. When you scan them, it'll tell you if they're violent, if they're passive, if they're calm, if they're relaxed. There is some animals that will attack you, but what's screwed up is there's these sentinel things that kind of police you.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't go and mine a whole bunch of rock. If you take too many minerals, they shoot you.
Oh,
Like while they're watching you, if
really?
you mine, they'll set off an
No
alarm.
shit.
And you gotta
or
keep
if you
killing 'em.
attack a creature, even if it's attacking you, they'll shoot you. That's the one thing
What?
I don't like about it.
So they
Now,
police you?
There are
Yeah.
planets that have those drones, but they're friendly.
Yeah.
Like they don't attack. There's other ones that are so hostile, you just start mining iron or anything. You just even get out of your ship and they're attacking. Have you run into the more advanced drones that are like, they almost look like armored cats on the ground or something?
I have not seen those yet.
Those are creepy.
Yeah, and-
I had to
and-
run from that.
Right now, like what I'm trying to do is because I feel like I went too fast. Like I feel like I should have stayed on the first planet
And chilled a little, explored a little more.
for the 10 hours of gameplay that I've been in.
So you've been hopping planets?
I've already been in 3 solar systems.
Oh
Nice.
my God. In
I've
12
seen-
hours.
Yeah.
I've seen about 15 planets.
What?
I've seen
1 an hour, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Whoa.
I've seen the similar amount of planets, but I've been to like 7 or 8 galaxies. I keep jumping.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to let go of when you put a little bit of time into a planet and you
Yeah.
start finding all these cool things. I have so mumuch to say about this. This is such an awesome game in my opinion, but there is so much I wish there was more of.
For one, man, they got it because the guy who think his name's Sean Murray, the guy who made the game. He tweeted a picture last night of him looking like they actually have some kind of algorithm that shows real time when somebody discovers something like a planet or a solar system or animals, and they're just coming in. And he's like, wow, we didn't expect it to be this quick.
Whoa.
And, like today, I think Europe just got the game.
What?
So it was like United States, some different areas didn't all get the game when we got it. I think we got it earlier, and then there's people who had the game earlier than us.
I saw that,
and they were playing the original build, which didn't have the.
They paid a lot of money though. Didn't they pay a lot of money to get that?
No. Some people got review copies. Like, like Dreamcast guy, he got a copy of No Man's Sky, and he was playing it. I'm not sure how many more difference between the patch and the original build, but I was a little jealous of some people that got to get ahead of the game. But there's so much that I don't think
you couldn't properly review this game in say 10 minutes to say.
No, I mean you could give a first impressions maybe or a thoughts, but there's never ever going to be a definite review of this game, unless maybe you say, okay, after 40 hours of gameplay.
So what exactly is the objective?
Try to get to the center of the galaxy.
That's the objective?
Yes.
Well, now there's 2 objectives with the new patch. But yes, that's the main point of the game. That's the objective.
And you win when you get there.
No one
you
knows.
finish?
They said there's something waiting there, so I want to know who's going to be the first one to get to the center.
Dude, the first one is going to be famous.
They can get millions of dollars.
First one's going to be famous.
I've been trying, dude, but you got to build warp cells to get your warp speed.
Right.
The warp speed is what sends you along. So,
and then you can. I'm working on upgrading that right now, which is super tough.
I think I'm gonna get a new ship.
I just got a new ship, so. I was going down 2 methods. I'm not looking up, mind you, anything online. I'm not.
There's not much anyway.
Well, good, because I want to find it all out. I want the mystery of that. That's why it's so fun.
Yeah.
And I finally figured out, okay, I'm just going to save up credits. I'm going to mine emerald and mine all these rare resources and sell them at the overpriced markets where they give you 100% more. So I stacked up this cash, bought a $2 million spaceship.
Nice.
And it's so sick. 25 slots. It looks cool because you can't really customize the paint job or anything yet, which kind of sucks, to be honest. They can add that in.
Customizing your spaceship?
I've not run into the same ship twice. That's one good thing. Is you could just stay at one of the space stations and they just rotate in.
Are the people you meet online?
You don't meet anybody online.
You're by yourself.
Oh, yeah. They said it's the chances of running into another multiplayer is 0, but there was 2 people who managed to get to one planet that one of them discovered.
Really?
And they twitched it actually. They said, let's see if we can find each other.
Okay.
They went to the same spot, but it was physically impossible to see each other. One of them, the servers are all different.
Oh.
One of them was it was nighttime when one of them was on.
I got you.
And one of them was daytime.
What?
So they were literally standing in the same spot.
But different planes.
It's different dimensions.
Yeah.
They don't want.
That's
Do
crazy.
not want. The guy that made it does not want multiplayer in any way.
I heard someone else said something different.
So you're by yourself on this.
I heard that when you get close to someone, you instance into having them with you, and you can instance out of it. But that was just hearsay.
These guys said they were on 2 different things.
No.
You run into alien species, there's aliens you could talk to.
But for the most part,
you learn their language.
You're on your own on this
Yes.
shit. They don't want you interacting with no one else. This is your experience.
See, and that's my qualm. As successful as this game got, they have to put a multiplayer in it. It already has such a huge user base.
Oh, how cool it would be to have multiplayer.
For a game to not have any multiplayer and as much stats and stuff that's being found worldwide, they have to. Could you imagine we one of us, if all 3 of us are playing, one of us finds a huge abandoned space station and we all just land in it and use it to store our ships,
party,
and we make a crew, a Star Trek crew.
That'd be cool.
And we each have ships and we
federation.
Every day we leave, we're like, hey dude, I'm gonna go look at this galaxy.
Dude,
you go that way, I go this way.
I'm gonna go mine.
But then you know what would happen? Clicks would start happening.
Well, it has to happen.
That'd be cool.
It'll start but then you can't. What if you're the odd man out?
That's perfect.
What?
Though.
That's not cool.
No, it's perfect because
clicks don't allow other people to in their clicks.
No, but
humans just gonna do that.
That's just human nature.
In a space game with clicks, it would be like y'all claim this planet or this galaxy under your little alliance, your empire. That's y'all's thing.
Yeah,
and y'all
I guess.
and not just that. You find a planet, you find a new area of it. You discover new, so you find the desert. You could name it that. You can name like you discover. So just because you discover a planet, if you choose not to explore all of it,
can you name a desert?
You can rename anything in this
game.
game.
So if someone visits that planet and goes to that desert, it will be the
read
name
what you
of,
type.
Oh,
they have some words banned though, but
I bet like cock and
like if
all
you
that
named
other
like
shit.
your planet like OK Chief, Ville, it'll be on there.
Wow.
For whoever else playing the game runs into it.
That is neat.
And then if you choose to explore the continents and on that, you can name all of them, or you could just leave some of it for people to explore.
Nice.
But I do think that there needs to be a multiplayer with like space crews where you can all go, and meet up, maybe colonize. Like it would be cool if you could populate.
You want to populate a world?
If you could populate,
that means you have to have sex.
You could have NPCs just do it.
I guess.
So I heard again that they might be patching in base building. As well as some other stuff. But I kind of put together a small list of stuff that I want to hit with you, Eric, as far as topic points with this. Okay, so how do you feel like piloting the ship, the feeling of that?
All right. Sometimes when you're getting out, you kind of leave crooked, and it takes a while to level out. Like it feels, unless you're like steering and stuff, just feels really awkward. I think if they would have incorporated maybe using the PS4 touchpad to kind of maybe do the rotating and like leveling out feels awkward. Landing, like if you're going to the bottom part, like any bottom part of any planet, and having to like rotate to become flat, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, there's a learning curve to that, like the flight system.
I don't know if it's happened to you yet, but I've gotten attacked in space.
Yes, it sucks. Oh man,
by rogues, and I got killed every time.
It's so tough. I've only won once.
Yeah, I haven't.
Soda Widge 123 asks, do you think this will hit VR?
Yeah, I think it'll eventually.
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It'll eventually. I think give it another year and they'll patch in VR.
So I like the flying system. I can feel when you go in and out of
boss?
orbit, you can feel the gravitational pull. Sometimes when you're trying to land, it's like pulling you and warping your angle and your trajectory. Landing is interesting. I always try to land as close to my things as possible, but it's kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah, I think it has, like, even though you try to land, it sets you somewhere where it wants you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of hard when you're coming in to see where because it does have pop up. Like when you're going somewhere, stuff pops up.
There's so much pop up. There's frame rate loss.
Yeah,
I mean, sadly,
sometimes.
I was experiencing a lot earlier. I was trying to put together notes for this, and it hits it pretty hard on the PS4. I wonder if the new PS4 will help bring that up.
It's interesting though, because the flight mechanics, like it's not. I don't think it's a huge part of the game, but it does need, especially flying between planets. I'm like, damn, dude, it's gonna take me 20 minutes to get to the next planet.
Dude,
wait, 20 minutes?
And that's
hey,
wait,
like,
what?
Eagles, damn, 20 minutes, next planet. I wish it was
you're
like
holding
that shit.
circle, right?
20. That's holding circle with
and
20.
the thrusters.
Yeah, that's with that.
Wow.
With the countdown, the 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that I've done
20
20
minutes.
So, and if you don't do that,
is like the biggest I've seen, and I thought that was a lot.
I've seen 20. I've seen 30. Some of these planets I've gone to are far.
Oh, you know what? But that's when you're on the planet, right?
No, it's when I'm flying between planets.
Between planets?
Yeah, I've seen far ones,
So-
and then you stop, and it's like 10 hours.
Or
it's like,
indefinite. It says indefinite, which is
I've
hilarious.
seen indefinite.
So here's what I think is interesting is when you're, and I just found this out. This is the kind of the cool things you find out through flying specifically. I kept taking off and trying to fly to stuff right within the atmosphere, and it took forever, right? So you tried to do the shoot out and then shoot back in.
Yeah.
And I was doing that, but then I found there in that gray space, if you raise up to a certain height, not too high where you're in space, but not in the atmosphere, you go much faster. I don't know what they added some mechanics in there, but it's really cool. I love that touchiness there, but and you can't crash. There's like a safety feature where you can't crash
I've been scared of hitting
in the Earth.
Yeah.
You can hit asteroids, you can hit other ships, I think, but you can't hit the Earth. You can hit floating stuff. So that was interesting. I actually backed up into an asteroid and got resources on accident. That was funny.
Yeah.
Just real quick, we are reading your comments. We're not ignoring them. I'm reading them right now. I'm just waiting for a little gap in the stories in between to get to your questions, but until then, keep going.
Yeah, we'll do a question segment here in a second. We'll take a break on this, but I want to hit another thing real quick. Do you have anything else to say about the flying part?
Nah.
Here's a tip to get away from the pirates. Is like, because when you're carrying more cargo, good cargo, they come after you.
Yeah.
So when you fly out and you stop and go, okay, here's space station, where's the planet? Just freaking hit those thrusters. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, don't even waste your time, man. They'll come after you.
Really?
And then you can't leave, and you can't thrust, and you can't drive away.
And then you got to go back and
killed.
get your items because you have a grave that pops up.
Really?
Yeah,
You get
you
your
got
inventory.
a body to retrieve. Like,
Now, I don't know how long the graves last, or if you keep dying, you can have, I don't know, you can have multiple ones. Like, let's say you die and you go back to get it and you die again.
No.
Like, I don't know if it keeps it. I haven't tried. So
that's a good question, because there's games that split on that. Some
Yeah.
do and some don't. I bet
Ark,
it doesn't.
I know Ark, I think.
And Rust,
doesn't.
you screwed. Yep.
Yeah,
Other games
I don't
like
think
that,
Ark
you're
does.
done.
Now, I will say, if there was a quick tip to touch on, the first thing that I would worry about upgrading is upgrading your gun or your multi-tool. Get that as quick as you can.
Do you upgrade the mining though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upgrade the mining beam. By the off chance, if you run into an alien, sometimes they'll give you an option. Like, they'll say the alien tries to reach out for my multi-tool. Do I give it? Do I not? I gave it, and he gave me a better one back.
Oh,
it's
wow.
kind of like throwing a weapon
Yeah.
inside the Zelda fountain, and they throw you a better one back.
Or there's some where, like, oh, the alien tries to offer you this. Do you take it? Yes or
Fuck
no?
my analogy then,
And
right?
it tricks you. No, it does. It tricks you. So, like,
Yeah.
you'll make choices and you can get better
Oh, I
items.
got you.
But you also, at the same time, you get better favor or lower favor than you know.
This game sounds interesting. I'm
Dude,
gonna jump
it
on it.
is so
I'm gonna have to jump
cool.
on this. I haven't jumped on this, but these two sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about. It's amazing.
It's cool. Upgrade the weapons. On planets, you'll find storage upgrades for your suit. Get those, because inventory does run really fast.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest qualm and the biggest difficulty. But a tip I'll throw out is the freaking inventory, man. You can carry a certain amount on you, and then you can transfer it to your ship.
But the ship has to be a certain distance from you too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's all these tricks. But so the ship will fill up, you'll fill up, but it's stuff that you need.
Yeah.
Like stuff that you need if you get in space and you run out of fuel, or you run out of you get attacked and your shields go down. You need iron, you need carbon, you need therium 9 or whatever.
So, yeah, I mean, you could one of two ways: either upgrade the gun or get a bigger ship. That's kind of why.
bigger ship.
Hey, can I? Spaghetti Yeti says, "What is the goal of this game?" As Eric said, the goal of the game is to get to the center of the universe. Correct?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I want to expound on that for 2 seconds. There's the Atlas thing I told you about. There's 2 other circles that haven't, like when you click through the menu, there's, one circle says, show me like how to get to the center. Other one says free exploration. Third one says, follow me to Atlas. There's 2 more blank.
One of them goes to a waypoint.
Oh, really?
I said a waypoint.
Oh,
One
I didn't know
goes
that.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the 5th one?
Maybe another waypoint.
Like a quest thing or something.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.